Like, that was meant to be black. That's meant to be white. Just like matte and shiny finish.
Yeah.
So I ended up, even you can only slightly tell now, because I put a little bit of black just to make them a bit easier to see. And on that description, welcome to Broken Home, the podcast where being broke ain't all bad. I'm your host, Jeremy Webb, and joining me for a game this week, Jonathan Schuster.
G'day.
Welcome along, brother.
Thank you.
I've blindsided you with a game of chess, I will say.
That's fine.
I just want to give people context that you've not come in here cock of the walk before the
I'm
cameras
cock of the
have
walk
turned
now. Now that I'm sitting in front of it, I'm ready. I think it'll be. I want to do that rook. What's that trick move?
Oh, castling.
Yeah, hopefully I can figure out how to do that.
It's usually a pretty common move. If you, because it allows you, if you don't move the pawns in front of it, when you castle on the king side, or you can do it queen side as well, but it keeps the king pretty safe.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. Just FYI. Do I just need to get rid of those three out, and then
yeah,
swap
or
them
you can
there?
go the other side when you get these two out.
So
you can go either direction.
That might be easier, eh?
Yeah, usually is.
And then the king ends up there, and then the castle ends up there.
Yeah, they jump over each other.
And they just need to be away from it, and they need to be away from it.
But you can't have moved the king or the rook yet.
Yeah, sick.
Like, because if you can move the king, you can't move it back, then do the switch.
Yeah.
It's got to be like their first moves.
I remember just thinking it was maybe a amusing idea of someone teaching chess to someone else for the first time. And I once heard that it was kings teaching it to other kings. So instead of sending all their men to war, they'll be like, let's sort this out in a game of chess.
As in literally the start of Age of Empires, the like cutscene.
Is it?
Have you not seen that?
It's
one of the it's in that classic PC era where it's 3D and it kind of looks like people, but you all look kind of plasticine-y.
Yeah.
And it's like sweeping shots with the camera, but the people are just going like, just to make it all more dramatic. But the whole is just, it's two kings sitting across from each other. And as they're playing chess, the pieces are like showing warfare on the battlefield.
Sick. Yeah.
So the castle moves into place and you see some guys setting up a trebuchet and then like a knight takes it, so the cavalry sweeps in and takes it out.
Sick.
It's all pretty cool. And what's actually pretty cool, I've only got this one out because it's easier to see what the pieces are, but I've got a chess set that's the same chess set they use because it's like a weird stone, like ornate looking chess pieces.
I can picture that one, yeah.
And found it's called an Isle of Lewis chess set. So I've got one of those kicking around.
I just realised that this podcast lasts as long as this chess game goes for.
Man, have you not seen chess these days? Chess online is like 10 minutes.
So
You've
it's
got
a 10-minute podcast.
No. We'll just sort of keep going. If we don't get to the end, who cares?
Yeah, right.
It's like I'm simulating hanging out in a park more so than like Twitch streamers who are doing their like hardcore chess and like those are insane. Like I know it's just a different skill set and you could get better at it, but the whole thing is like you've got 1 minute each.
Yeah.
Or 5 minute each. Like there's like different names for each of the categories of how many minutes you get. And then there's like extra rules where you get like an extra 2 seconds for every move you make within the last certain time period. And it's just like...
With the little...
Oh, yeah, with little clickers. Those things are cool, though.
Gerald's Game, the Pixar short film. No, Gerald's Game. Maybe Gerald's Game.
No, I haven't seen it.
I believe it's began before A Bug's Life, about an old bloke playing chess against himself.
No, I don't remember that one.
That's just my biggest chess memory.
Fair enough. Mine was the Age of Empires one, I'd probably say.
Yeah, sick.
But there's a lot, like... Or the, like, X-Men films where Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are playing chess as Professor X and Magneto. Especially with these style-looking pieces, because they're playing with, like, plastic see-through pieces like these.
Yeah, cool.
Except they didn't have the random wooden board that doesn't match at all.
In this podcast, you want to be Professor X or Magneto?
I believe I am Magneto, because I think Professor X is playing white.
Good, bad. You're the bad one. All right, we'll see.
I'm disadvantaged.
And
so
I'll try and read your mind by the end of the podcast as well, because you're not wearing your helmet.
True. He doesn't get the helmet in the plastic prison.
Think of an animal in your head.
Okay.
Frog.
Pretty close. Gecko.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
Yeah, right. I'll try a few more.
All right, let's
just
go.
throughout.
Yeah.
Let's start. I
All right.
start.
Yes, you do. Little update for people at home. I have the last episode was a bit weird. Like I tried to do, basically I couldn't get a guest in. So now this episode will come out before the shonky episode I made because I'm like, okay, I didn't get a guest in. I know what I'll do. I'll just go dad with a camera, take this camcorder around,
Yep.
plug a mic into it, and just fucking have a day. Because we were filming sketches at Quanny's place first. Then we were going down to Murphy McLaughlin's podcast recording because he was doing like a screening of the Hank Scorpio episode
Yep.
at a cinema thing there.
Yeah, sick.
It's like Wallflower, I think it was. It
Yep.
used to be another one that it's just like a rented out theatre space kind of thing. And so I figured, okay, I'll just take the camcorder around, have a microphone, and just fuck around for the day. Just film random shit, talk to people. I did some like segments just like in here filming myself, talking like a lunatic.
So it's more
And I'm
like
like,
the like the video clip of "Smack My Bitch Up," where you're just going around filming all different footage.
Yeah, some of it's like make sure I'm getting in the shot. I'll do other ones where I'm putting stuff down.
Just a day in the life.
Yeah,
Oh, so
and then just like a bit of
they'll-
pod throughout, and then I thought that'd be easy.
Your
It's
your
the-
listeners will see a snapshot of you just hanging out.
Yeah, and then just me rambling on a couch on my own for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I think I said in the video that if I ran out of time and still had more to film, I filmed myself practicing bowling at the nets
Yep,
to show to Quanny because I'm on his team and we're getting help and tips with fucking getting better.
that's good.
And so I was just going to play that at the end, but just like a bit quicker so people don't quite notice how bad I am.
Well, look forward to that next week.
Oh, it'll come out. It'll be slightly manic, but the biggest thing is just fucking around with the audio because I had this like lapel mic that I was using, but it's way more directional than you're expecting. So it's just like I pointed at people, it's like, yeah, it just fucking disappear from audio. So I'm like, all right, trying to level it, but then it's just that fun thing of trying to level or normalize audio, where it's just like you hear someone talking, and then it's like they're talking the same volume, but there's just so much more wind now.
Yeah.
Just having to turn that the fog in the background. I did notice this when I set it up. I'm like, I want to make sure the guests can at least see properly, but now I've got to do this lean to remember how a chessboard looks. So yeah, this is my new thing that I'm sort of starting to get going. The chess is the first idea. I've got some others as well. But I'm enjoying just the idea of like, you're doing something. You're having a chat. Speaking of Quanny with the cricket, though,
Check.
I'll let you take that back because that's my queen, not the king.
Oh, damn it.
So you can leave it there if you want to attack the queen.
You don't want to attack the queen.
All right, fair enough.
Ooh. I don't know what to do now.
So been doing practicing, going down to cricket, and it was really funny. So we go down on Wednesdays training, and I see Quanny's having a chat with Siggy, one of the boys there. And it's like a bit of a focused chat. And I record a bit, and it's like they wanted him to play for, like, play up a level or something. Like, either way, it seemed like he was getting bumped around for the weekend, like having to play up, because I think one of the higher divisions were needing somebody. And I'm like, oh, all right, but I'm there and just giving all the, like, all right, catch Quanny, catch everybody, I'll see you on Sunday, all good. Next day, they put out the teams, and it's just like, oh, yeah, you got cut. Like,
Brutal. Brutal.
But then I'm like, all right, I'll go down to the game. So mostly, it was partially a thing of like, oh, okay, I'll go down to the game to, like, support the boys. But also, it was kind of because I'd roped myself in by already offering to bring the esky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I got to go down.
But the dream is someone snaps their ankle on the first bowl and they need someone to jump
It
in.
wasn't so much a dream, but Quanny was bringing it up as a possibility, like
Yeah,
a good
great.
couple of times.
I love
I think he
that.
was hoping for that to be more like, yeah, come down, man. I'm like, you could just say, come hang out. It's like, nah, it's got to be about,
I was cut from a film recently, I think.
oh,
I filmed a film and there was
your own film.
no, a movie called How to Speak Australian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like, it's so hard to tell. I've never read a script I've liked.
Right.
When actors go, like, what made you pick the film? They go, the script.
Right.
I've, like,
It's
I've
not.
never read a script and thought, this is good. Not
Well,
because
my
they're
biggest thing is,
bad. It's just hard to figure out what a film is reading words.
yeah, it's like reading a joke written down rather than hearing somebody tell it.
Exactly.
It's just that, yeah, it's very hard to like look at a thing and go, and then he did the funny face, and you're like, sure, but that could actually be contextually funny, depending on what you've got going on.
So it was a scene with me and Mark Holden.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the touchdown guy?
I do remember the touchdown guy
So he was singing and I was
from
behind him.
Australian Idol.
Yeah.
For any children
So
who've
I
seen chess footage in the thing and just went, oh, you know what, fuck it. I'm sick of listening to people who know what they're talking about.
yeah, definitely. Anyway, so I was I hope just as a screen grab that I can take, but I'm kind of happy to not be in the film as well. I got paid, you know. That's all you kind of want.
I mean, that's best of both worlds, isn't it? Because if you like the thing, it's like, obviously you don't want to get cut out. Like, that's the problem. I wanted to be playing cricket.
Yeah, yeah, all right. So I try to relate, but I'm mine the opposite, you know.
Yeah, you got everything you needed. Well, here's the thing, though. Every game that I've played in, we've lost.
Oh, well, you're...
Because I'm like a fill-in, like, usually when they're shorter people. But, like, you know, I'm getting in there, getting better, giving it a go. But I think it's just...
Or are you a, what's that, you know, when they find the monkey claw or something and it's a
Oh,
bad omen device?
Yeah. Monkey's paw. That's
Yeah.
where you make wishes, but they always have unintended consequence.
What's something that if you maybe take a...
Oh, like a cursed idol type thing.
Yeah, maybe...
Indiana Jones style.
Yeah.
Right.
If every game you've played you lost, not a great sign, I'm going to be honest.
No. Although I will say 2 of them were against the same team, and it's the team on the top of the ladder. And we did do significantly better the second time, so it's
Maybe.
you know, it's situational, but at the same time it's definitely me starting to go, I think I'm a bit of a jinx here or some shit. 'Cause it's just not going well for me.
It gets in your head.
And then I go down, I'm like, yeah, well, this was the thing. I go down there, they don't need me to fill in, and they're crushing it. The boys are just absolutely, they're fucking smashing this game. One of the boys goes out, hits a century, and then ends up coming back in later to get another fucking extra couple runs thrown on there.
What? He gets a century at like a school oval cricket game.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great. And the dude's like on one knee at the moment, so it's just like, he's just got to smash it.
Yeah.
And then like, he's still putting the run in, but you just like, you can see he's like, he didn't want to run that. He would have preferred that hit the railing.
Yeah.
But nah, he had a great game. Huey was playing, he took like 3 wickets. So they're all doing that, but it got to a point in the game, because like, the boys batted first. So you're hanging out with everybody who's not batting.
Yeah.
Like underneath the tree, doing the scoring. They were playing the cricket. You know, it's all good fun. But then everybody else is fielding, and I'm just sort of like standing on the side, like by myself with the other team. And it's like, I did it for a bit, move up closer to the boundary line and just keep shouting. But then I keep like shouting as if I was playing. Then just getting a little bit,
You're telling them where to go?
No. Just, I don't even do that when I'm playing, man. I've played 3 games in my life. So it's like...
How angry do you get in sport? Because there's some people who get psycho. They change.
I think with cricket, there's not as much opportunity. Although, I thought that about baseball as well originally, but those fights just happen. I was taught how to have a baseball fight, like the first game I played in.
Glove off.
Well, it was more like, because he's like, you know how to fight, because we played footy and stuff together. He's like, yeah, you know sports fighting, but it's more about when do you do it. Like having to learn what is the dog moves in various sports.
Have I gone? Yeah.
Yeah, you went. It's still me thinking.
What's the dog move in baseball?
Throwing at the pitcher, I think, is the main one. So intentionally throwing at the body to get a walk, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So I think that's your standard sort of dog act. But it was just the whole thing of like, okay, if he does that, throw your bat down first, because if you go at him with the bat and you fucking, you're done, drop the bat and rush the mound. We'll be behind you. And it was literally that. Like somebody hits you, well, hit him, so I didn't need to decide to make the fight. He gets one, it hits him like near the back of the head. Because like it's come through here, like head high at the body, and he's just, drops the bat, helmet on, charges the pitcher. And then I'm like, oh, and then half the guys on the bench are coming in. And
That's
I'm like,
fun.
I love that they play it like it's, like the pros.
Yeah.
Because it's it's like how many of those are going in? That's just a bad throw. Like I'm down there learning cricket at like equal level in fucking D grade, and I throw plenty of bad balls. It's like I don't expect to get rushed by the batter.
Yeah, I feel like if it's near the head though, you'll kind of
Mm.
mean it every time. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. It could
Even
go.
if you
It can
don't.
splay, but it's not gonna be like there's a height thing. Especially like with cricket, yeah, you can get a weird bounce.
But
You let
also,
your release
it's
points
what you
weird.
say when it almost hits their head. If
Yeah.
if you go,
Woo!
if you go sorry, then that probably means you're aiming but you're sneaky.
Yeah, aiming
I
but you're
fractured
sneaky.
my arm playing baseball at school. It's one of my
Sorry, I
only
thought I was having a
fractures.
stroke there because I thought you were just going. I fractured my no, you've answered.
Yeah. I was standing on first base. Rory Kodarak hit the ball, ran towards me, knocked me over when I was on the base, fell backwards.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that's like a lot of sporting injuries that you see. It's not doing the big dramatic thing. If anything, it's usually those like basketball ones are funny with that, where it's like if you were sitting like a football field sort of distance, like you're still like you go to the MCG or whatever, you can still see the people that are playing. Like you're not there going, oh, what's he doing? I can't see where his arms are. You can still roughly see what's going on. If you were at that distance for like basketball players, some of the stuff where you see people go down and then you're just like, oh, that's his career over. It's just like an awkward step.
Yeah.
It's just one little like,
Definitely.
and that's just like, oh, he'll never work again.
Yeah, you see people tear their foot accidentally.
Mm. It's like I've seen, like a lot of them end up being like Jamal Murray is one player that I remember because he plays for Denver Nuggets in basketball, and he injured himself in like the bubble season when they were like up by a bunch of points. He should have been pulled from the game already, and it's just like he goes in for a layup, sort of lands a bit awkward, comes down, and he's out for like a season and a half.
Brutal.
You're just like, damn. There's a couple of ones like that where you'll just because it's that sporting thing where you've got that prime couple years where that's meant to be your best, and some people will just be like, oop, just at training, and you fucking slip on a towel or something and tear a hamstring, and you're out for that entire period.
I checked my blind spot in my car once and turned my neck, and then my neck was fucked for a few days. It's like there is so little between injury and there isn't.
Did you get like a pop? Like a weird sort of gristly pop?
No, I
Not
don't
every
think
time,
so.
but like just when you did your neck that time.
No, I don't think so.
Because I get a weird thing where it's like I'll turn and then I'll feel at the like tendon bit going from the skull down towards your neck there, like on the side. It's just this gristly like kind of feeling, and it just feels like something pops, and then it's just like a shooting pain. Should I report this to somebody?
Yeah.
Report it. I mean, go to the doctor. That's the way I've got to phrase it to myself.
Maybe
like,
a few doctor listeners who can give you some tips on your neck.
got a couple of people that are slumming it.
Yeah. Yeah. The doctors on their shifts. All right. This is distracting, I'm going to be honest, because I kind of want to win. Might pop
That's all
between
right.
there.
That's a good vibe.
But I'm going to be
have.
bold as well.
Oh, of course. I'm sort of playing it as like it looks more like the chess puzzles in the newspaper.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that to me because it's like I'm not seeing everything in the angle I'm used to.
And I'm going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
It's all right, I'll edit around these patches hopefully, or I'll just keep talking. What are your Christmas plans looking like, man? Do you do family shit? Do you do?
You're broken home. Mum's from Geelong, Dad's from Albury. So
Yeah, that's a bit opposite directions.
Yeah.
That's not handy at all.
But I'm seeing Mum on the 22nd because I'm doing the radio show at the moment about key changes. So we're having a Christmas episode.
Key changes. That was. I know it's something to do with music, but that's just going by. I can't remember. I'm swear you've explained it to me before. But
One of the big ones is maybe Living on a Prayer. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
Yep.
Does that like 6 times during the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And then near the end of the song, what they often have is a key change where if a song's from in a certain key, it'll change. So it sounds a bit off, but then it will continue. And
At
it'll be a
change
new
one.
key. So
Okay.
it's a key change. And to elevate the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the end choruses, it goes, dun, oh, and it goes up a key.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we play songs with key changes in them with me and Mum. It's really lovely.
Oh, cool.
So
I thought you were just like, all right, so that's what key change is. And that's the pun for the name. And you were just going to explain something completely different. That was just part of the name for.
No.
It's like sea change, but actually, yeah, there's a joke.
So
Sea change.
C
It's when
change.
you
Play
key
from
change
go to
to
B
C.
to C. What's the
That'd
longest?
kill as like a. You'd have to reword it a bit, but like a conductor at an orchestra, but like at a high school, that's the kind of joke he'd drop.
Definitely.
You know, like history teachers have got their jokes, math teachers have got their jokes. I reckon that's an orchestra guy's joke.
I feel like the more, my example, I went to an opera once. I used to smoke weed, and the guy above me was a musician in the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra.
The guy above you.
On top of me.
Yeah.
Who lived on my apartment above me.
Yeah. I don't know, it could have been a work thing, like it could have been
Yeah.
a supervisor.
Me
Nothing
lying on the
else.
ground, him monkey bars. But he once smelt me smoking weed, and he said, "Can I buy some off you?" And I'm not a dealer, so I said, "Listen, I'll give you some."
Yeah.
Anyway, he then offered me free ticket to the orchestra.
Sure, why not?
Oh, it was an opera, but the
Yeah.
orchestra was playing.
They usually go with both. It's not rolling Spotify up for the karaoke
That's
versions
true.
of the.
Yeah.
Can I get you
Opera.
to scooch in for me?
Opera.
I'm not sure if you were off the camera or just being blocked by the display.
Yeah, maybe.
And I can't go. Basically, I don't want you leaning off so people think I'm just like double bodying it.
You don't want 2 episodes in a row talking to no one.
Pretty much.
I'm real.
So what do? I say, hey, let's play chess so we don't talk as much.
Yeah.
Did you move?
I can't remember.
Because I moved him up there.
And then I put that there.
No, you put him there first. I then went to attack that.
Thanks for letting me know.
Ooh. That is a nice move.
Thanks.
That's fucked me right up. And I can't do that.
Check.
Man, I am just giving this away.
Ooh.
You're sounding stressed, but you just fucking swooped in, stole a couple of pawns.
Oh, yeah, you've got to explain the rules to all the listeners.
No. Anybody who's clicked on this for the chess is like, they know chess.
Yeah.
In fact, they're going to be watching this, and if anybody gives enough fuck about chess, they'll be telling me what I did wrong.
Did you hear back in the old days that you would play chess with someone overseas by sending a letter?
Yeah.
And then they would... Yeah, I think my granddad played that.
I think I told it on here once at least. I was playing a game of chess like that with a dude in prison during lockup.
Yeah. Maybe it was our last one.
Yeah. So that came up. I just like bragging that I'm a fucking sick person.
Check. Ooh. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Oh.
I love that, like, the thoughts that we have during a game of chess are, like, an actual chess player does thousands of those because they've seen all these moves before. They know exactly what they want to do next.
Yeah.
But, like, every time we're going, nah, is just, they do all that in a second. Like, they've already done that with no reaction.
I sometimes think that because I'm so clueless, I'd be able to beat a professional chess player. They'd be like, in the million moves possible, I've never seen you do your one.
There's a weird thing, because have you heard of, I think Stockfish is one, I can't remember the name of the other one, but these, like, chess bots that people try to build. And it's just complete algorithm, like, what is the best possible move, and then with more and more information, they're thinking more and more moves ahead. But you'll be watching, like, it playing out or somebody playing against this bot, and they'll make a move where you're just like, what the absolute fuck is that? Like, it just looks like something that someone has just picked up a piece and moved it. But then it'll be, like, way down the track. It's been setting up for this entire position and everything.
That's
and you're
cool.
But it's funny you should say that, because I've got this thing here. It's called Chess Plus. And I didn't want to open it with that, because then we'd be explaining the actual, having to explain the rules. But it's basically chess, but you can, like, there's 2 extra moves in that you can move, like, if I was to move this onto here, they would then combine. And so I'd have, like, a pawn rook. And then it can move as either of the pieces move. So you can just, like, hop that on there, then move it up like a rook to get it to the end, or...
Why? Why would you do that?
Because then it gives your pieces more movements. And it also allows you to move into more spaces, because you can move on your own squares. We'll stick to chess. Just nice vanilla regular
I feel like
chess.
I played a game called Corridors.
Corridors.
I think there's so many games where it's like...
No, that's just getting bullied.
It feels like an annoying add-on. It's like Monopoly. I feel like there's a Monopoly. I feel like there's too many add-ons for Monopoly.
Well, a lot of them are aesthetic. But there is that one that's anti-Monopoly.
Communism.
Well, originally, it was meant to be an fucking anti-capitalist thing.
Yeah.
And then there was meant to be... what ended up being Monopoly was like a joke version on the back. And people were like, yeah, nah, let's fuck each other over. Like, people just got way more into the capitalism context.
Interesting.
I think it's more fun because everyone gets given the same money at the start.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
You just move the queen away. But no, this one actually seemed interesting. But talking to the guy at PAX who was actually selling it.
Oh, I'm so sorry your friend's selling it.
No, just some dude I was meeting. He was saying, like, a lot of the time, actual, like, good chess players get fucked up by it, by new players, because they're there trying to make actual moves. What do they use, and what, like, squares do you want to defend? But if some kid's just there, he's like, haha, bishop rook, and just, like, they're like, oh, fuck, that ruins everything I've done.
Yeah.
There's just a little too much chaos.
Whoa, where do these end up?
King ends up here.
And then that goes there?
I believe so.
Fuck yeah.
If that's wrong, I don't care. But if that's wrong, people are going to be real mad.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be the thing to find out if anyone gives a fuck about the chess rules properly, because if that's wrong...
Technically, it's...
Oh, no, that's not just... that breaks the game. Like, that's just illegal. It's like if you get someone in check and then just you don't notice and just keep moving.
The idea for the sketch about chess would be one king having to teach another king chess so his men don't die. So, like, instead of killing all my men, let me tell you about a game called chess. Mm-hmm. And explaining chess to someone is probably the most annoying thing you can do.
See, when you were saying it as a sketch, I like the idea of, like, yeah, you're teaching me how to play chess, and then at the end it's like, oh, so I move this here, I'd win. He's like, exactly, that's exactly how it would work. Well done. I'm just like, takes over his kingdom. He's like, we played chess.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's done that like 40 times.
Yeah.
He's just like, I've never played it before. He's a kingdom hustler.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's just funny now, because like every time, it'll be a fun chat. Yeah, it's good. Anyway.
Whoever wins this game gets to keep the other person's house. So you might see here.
Yeah, we're all... we're definitely playing on fucking credit for that fucking game. God damn, what do I even move now?
Oh, copycat. That's a check. You can't do that.
Oh, you are
That's
correct.
That's an illegal move.
Here I am, pretending I know how to play chess. I'll have a think on that while I reset the camera. We'll be right back. I think so. And we're back. I believe it's still my turn, and I am fucking doing poorly. Let's get that. Technically, I may even just like go and we're back, and then cut to my next move if I don't end up saying anything. I need to be doing something, and I don't just mean that like, come on, man, do something. I mean literally, I need to start actually doing something.
Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I nearly got a chance. Interesting.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh. All right, I'm playing a die now.
What do you mean plan
hang
to
on.
die?
I'll take that back. I'm going to go there.
Fair call.
Oh, you dirty dog.
It's like sometimes even taking a piece isn't necessarily a good thing, but I love that we've got such a basic understanding where it's like, oh, my piece has died. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like I had
You
no idea.
really went over the line, mate, for killing me pawn. Scared. Bit
Not scared, just
no, it looks like you're
slightly
a bit scared.
wizened up. Hang on. I didn't move.
I thought you moved that one there.
No.
Oh.
I was trying to move that and then realised I shouldn't. See, now it's gotten to a point where it's actually like a chess puzzle.
Yeah.
Openings are always the hardest for me because it's like, there's so many things. So I eventually just learned 2.
Yeah.
And I do one of those 2, and then you look at what the board is, and I figure it out from there.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was always better at the like, hey, this is a puzzle. There's a checkmate in one move on there somewhere, and just like looking at that for ages.
You do those puzzles.
No,
Well,
I've seen them.
You've definitely got more skill than me then. I don't think I've ever done it. I remember sitting on a train to Albury as a child, and I remember there were 2 families in those seats that sit next to each other, facing each other.
Yeah, V-line style.
Yeah, definite V-line. And it was. I've never seen more of a difference between. Oh, I'm getting bloody mauled. There was an intelligent kid, classic looking. I reckon he had a bowl cut and glasses.
The well-behaved look.
Yes,
But
definitely.
the one that's just like, this is the thing with those kids. People are like, oh, they get bullied because they look like that. It's like, no, it's because they're usually also an asshole. I've never met a kid with that haircut who didn't think he was better than me.
Yeah, he probably. He was, I think, too young to get a bit of.
Right. So it's still a bowl cut when it's a literal bowl.
He was just a little nerd.
Okay.
And then across from him was I guess they were maybe a bit less well off, and this kid was fat and had ADD, and he's like,
that's always a weird combo.
Yeah, mucking around,
How are you
climbing
getting around
over
being
seats.
that energetic while still just packing it on?
Yeah, it is weird.
It must just be the candy.
I
I
feel like he was eating chocolate.
Yeah, it's a ADD thing with like self-medicating.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, yeah, I just need my stimulants to keep fucking going.
100%.
Smash this can of Red Bull and just fucking go to sleep.
He
I
started
moved, by the way.
speaking to the.
I took your bishop and moved there.
God, you're a dog. He the little ADD kid started talking to the nerdy kid, which was exciting.
Yep.
And the kid had one of those books, and he'd going through the book talking about all the chess moves
Oh, that's nice.
to the kid with ADD, and he was calling it chest the whole time. And I feel like the chest kid, and you're the little nerd at the moment, even though I probably look more like him.
I don't know, man. I'm scared in this match.
Hang on, that's yours. Fuck.
No,
I
no.
was like, at least that'll protect me.
No, that is my queen.
Where was that? That was...
Yeah, that was still in the original line.
Alrighty.
I just love picturing that kid, the idea of him just furious about him calling it chest. But he's the closest he's come to a friend.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Actually, it's chest. Like, he said it a
Yeah.
few times, but now he's definitely picked up the vibe that
Yeah.
I got to stop saying it. It's too much that I've said it now. Yeah, right.
God, you're pissing me off.
Pissing you off with this playing chess.
I know.
So this is the thing. I'm always going to get someone when I'm doing these games that's one step sort of below me in skill level. So it's like I'm going to get someone to play darts with like sort of a fucked hand.
Got your horse, mate. Ooh. I'm not thinking one move ahead in any way.
Yeah.
That queen's coming. I'm worried about her. Oh, then you'll take that. No, you won't.
No, I probably won't. But you know what I will take?
Oh.
Check. You're unraveling.
You could have
it was
taken
a good.
that anyway. 'Cause
Yeah.
I couldn't have...
But now I've checked you, so you have to move something else. Yeah.
Come and get me, mate. I'm playing Age of Empires. No, I'm not. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, as in you are actually playing it.
Yeah.
I thought as soon as you said Age of Empires, I thought that was a reference to the chess again.
No.
Do they play chess in that?
No, I don't think so. But
See,
it
it
kind
seems
of
like one of those-
you're doing missions in bases, castles and stuff. Pretty fun.
It just seemed like one of those kind of games where like the villain would be there playing chess with like the mayor or something, that
100%.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It seems very chess is very it's a thing in movies of like somebody definitely has power over the other person,
Yeah.
and usually the chess game will reflect so.
Definitely Jane Bond playing poker with the bad guy.
Yep, that's
They
the
often
kind of
play
thing.
games to
I also
suss
like
out.
the like Columbo style one where it's like the villain is clearly winning the chess game and then just one move will fuck him up and then it's like, anyway, I'll see you later. You know, the like meat dude gets the win.
Cheeky.
Yeah, it's just, or you get like a Game of Thrones type thing where they like invent a different chess and that's what everyone plays. Like in a fantasy world type thing.
Does anyone play the Game of Thrones chess?
They would.
Yeah,
It's like the same with the languages. Like they actually invented the language, so of course people are actually able to speak it.
Yeah, definitely.
So someone does. There's a lot of Khaleesi's kicking around, you know what I mean? Interesting.
I don't know what to do.
All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of grace there. Because if you move that,
Yep.
nothing's defending it.
Okay.
So if you keep your rooks next to each other, it's like particularly powerful.
But then I can't. Yeah. All right. I see what's bloody happening here.
Yeah, I think you're unraveling a bit there. There's also this really cool thing you can do in chess where, like, you concede. But we can keep going if you want.
Yeah, I'm kind of. But if I go there, I could probably go.
All right, let's have a look and
No.
we'll see
I
what
know,
we can-
I'm
okay.
gonna fuck you up, man.
All right, there you go.
Oh, I might move that next. Just look over there for a bit. Oh no, I can't even take it because I'll die. God,
You
this
can't
is-
take it, but it does. It puts pressure on a position. But it does mean I can do that.
Ooh.
And I believe that's checkmate.
Good
Done.
game. Let's
Yeah.
start the podcast.
Because you can't take that without leaving the bishop there. So, revealed attack, my friend.
How long have we been doing?
I think we're nearly done.
But we've been talking for literally like 5 minutes in between the chess. So let's give them like a half an hour of.
Oh, yeah. Like, definitely will be filling that in. Like, I'm not going to. Actually, will I? People like chess. That's what I was saying before. I don't want to give people the vibe of either you're watching bad people at chess so you can get angry, because people like that,
Yep.
or you're hanging out with your mates playing chess in the park. Like, I'd love to organise that as a day. You want to
That'd
do
be
that
fun.
sometime?
Yeah.
Play some more chess, so then we'll get better. And then when you're feeling like keen to do it for like a couple hours,
A bit of Eminem, lose yourself, come back.
yeah, and we'll set up in the park and just like on a little table. We'll dress as old men
Yep.
because that's fun.
Like the Pixar movie.
Oh
short
yeah,
film.
absolutely. We'll do the call back there. Dress as old dudes in the park, and just play chess. Get wasted.
Great.
Do like have big coffee thermos looking things, but we'll just like premix in there,
Yep.
just so people look and think we're old men. You got like movie connections. You can get us like pretty
Prop.
convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can get us access to a fucking props department.
Yeah, I can find some of those Have you seen those crazy masks online?
Oh yeah, I always just assumed
I
that.
want to buy one and rob a bank so bad, but I'm just like, I wonder how many people are buying these masks.
Yeah,
If they're selling like 1,000,
it's sort
and
of.
I have a good alibi, all I'm saying, or I'll
Mm.
buy them, lose it to someone, and then you rob a bank, or can I steal one of your masks?
Yeah, I'll stock up on some masks.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the giveaway, because eventually too many people will have them, so people will be looking at it like, that's not been fit to your face.
Yeah.
It's too much room around the eyes. That's a stolen old man mask.
All right. Yeah, that's where the feds come in. It's annoying.
Nah, they're always one step ahead. It's because they're listening.
Yeah.
Always.
That's annoying as well, isn't it?
Well, they're listening to us at all times.
Yeah.
I've sort of been paranoid enough for long enough that I sort of just act like someone is anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
think
can't
that's how-
cook.
what America. Someone once said that
Mm.
they said that hanging out in America is like everyone's listening all the time. There's a bit of paranoia in the air.
As in, like, people are worried about external people listening, or just, like, the people nearby listening?
I think their people. I think that's what the vibe they were saying.
Right.
Their own government was listening.
Being observed.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I just
I
said I would
wouldn't
rob
be
a bank on a
surprised.
podcast. You know, I'm not that nervous yet.
that's all right.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but it's sad you have to say so.
Yeah.
Because I was good for, like, you ever seen the game Payday? Or Payday 2? Was the more popular of them?
It's a bank robbing one.
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
like 4 of you team up and you rob
Yeah.
a bank. And it's so weird. It's one of those games where you can go sneaky stealth style, or you can go in there like guns blazing. But if you go quiet, it's just definitely more worth it. So you just end up being in a situation with your mates where one of you's just sitting on the cameras, just flicking back and forth, while the other guys are just like ferrying bags to one another,
Yeah.
just going apart. And because there's like a guard in one bit that you couldn't get rid of, so you just like taking this detour, you go around him, go up, and it's just, you're there for like 40 minutes. Usually I'm stuck on the fucking camera duty.
Your camera duty.
Ah,
Now-
used to be, yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. I love sneaking in Assassin's Creed,
Mm-hmm.
Far Cry,
Yep.
Ratchet and Clank.
I think it's just, I didn't realize there was a stealth option for Ratchet and Clank.
A little bit.
All right.
You got the sniper.
Yeah, sniping's different than sneaking though.
That's true, yeah.
Because that's just adding range, because then you're just drawing enemies to you, usually in a video game, via the one path that leads to the sniper spot.
Yeah, that's true.
For a single-player game, anyway.
Hitman.
There you go.
Angry Goose. Cheeky Goose.
Untitled Goose Game.
Yep.
Oh, and yeah, okay, yeah, that's stealth.
And the only reason I said that is because I once read that the Untitled Goose Game, one of their main influences was the game Hitman.
Makes sense to me.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. Melbourne.
I kind of wish there was a bit more of like, you know, the goose like knocks somebody into a shed and then like comes out dressed as the farmer.
The sequel, yeah.
Yeah, and then like
shaved head tattoo on the goose, but it's gonna be
oh,
sent
not
to
even. Just
slaughter.
like I'm picturing it more like, you know, sort of as if you actually draped a goose in like a builder's outfit. So it's sort of like the hat's dangling on, but like
and
you know
then
the high vis
the
is
other
draped
humans
over.
are like, whoa.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I completely want that.
that'd be fun.
You need a bit more of that, like actual Hitman like elements to convert it. Like disposing of the corpse. Like you're doing the thing like you're doing it, but it's just like you're hanging off someone's jeans and he's just following you.
Yeah. That's fun.
Fuck, they're an Australian company. I'll get onto them with
They're
some
Melbourne.
ideas.
You might be able to. They've got an exhibition at the Acme at the moment.
Is that still going? I had to look for that. Because I definitely saw they had it going. I should check it out.
Yeah,
I'll go down there, pitch some ideas.
Yeah, pitch some
Like,
ideas.
The most annoying person to possibly turn up to an exhibition you've got. Here's what I would have done.
All right. Untitled Giraffe Game. Here we go. Okay.
We kind of still wanted to reuse the assets to keep it in the suburbs, but I guess someone could have a giraffe.
Yeah.
No, I think if it's going to go that turn, it would definitely be raccoons.
Yeah.
I think they even did that. There's a lot of those animals where it's like it's okay if they steal.
Yeah.
People are just endeared enough to them. Like bears, it's such a fucking like I don't know how Canadians do it, where you've got to like lock your bins and stuff away. Obviously, they realise that it's for safety and what have you. But if a bear was like wandering around in my street, I'm like, I'd probably open the bin.
You would let them eat your bin.
There's just something about I just love bears enough. I'm like, yeah, let them steal shit.
I love doing favours for animals and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice.
Usually it's very one-sided. You just like get that like, yeah, I feel good for doing that. You know, putting the bird bath out for the birds in the fucking 40-degree day. Just little bits and pieces. But I love when it actually does pay off. Like I've been bribing the magpies around here for months. Because, you know, when they start like nesting and fucking swooping or whatever, all you got to do is befriend a couple of the families. And then you just don't get swooped. Like for a while there, I'm walking the dog with like a bag of like oats in my pocket. Because my partner's a vet and she said that you can't give them too much because you shouldn't just be giving them like fucking bread in particular.
Bread, yeah.
Yeah, bad. So instead, you can give them oats. But even then, that's more like a treat.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
junk food.
My grandma used to feed them little balls of mince.
With the insect thing stuff put through it?
No, just she would buy some mince and then roll up a bit and then give it to them.
Yeah, it's not too bad unless it, like, this is, again, going completely off memory. I hope bird people don't get angry.
Yeah.
But, like, when I was feeding them for a while there, like, most days when they had, like, the baby ones flying around, just, like, you got to feed them this actual stuff or it'll fuck them up if they're not actually having, like, the stuff that they usually get from, like, bugs and stuff like that. So you can buy this mix.
Bug mix.
Yeah, and you mix that through the mince and then give it to them with that in it, and then they're not going to be... I think it's that weird thing, like, when you eat rabbit and nothing else.
Yeah.
It's, like, got a weird deficiency thing, like, mineral-wise, where if you only eat that, you'll end up dying.
But surely the bird can go like, oh, I feel a bit more like a bug today than the mince that's fed to me.
I don't know. I think it's just the thing of the mince tastes good, they want that, and then they're full.
My dad once said he was thinking of catching a crow and cutting its tongue, and if you cut its tongue, it can then speak English. Like, you can then teach it to talk. And I was like, that is the worst idea I've ever...
That's just the worst fucking thought. Like,
you just go
if you catch
go to talk.
Okay, the problem was I was about to criticize your heart on that, but then I'm like, actually, Dad taught me some things.
Yeah.
They were pretty like that. Like, you ever heard of the cack bagpipes?
You pull it. I imagine you hold it like bagpipes, and then it makes a noise if you pull it the right way.
So you pick up a cat. Also, I got this description when Dad gave me a demonstration. It's like a cat out in the street, like fucking angry little thing. It didn't look like it was somebody's cat, just like a stray cat.
Yeah.
And Dad just looks and he goes, "You ever seen someone play the cat bagpipes?" I'm like, "No." And he picks up this cat. You put it under his arm, and then you bite the tail. Yeah. So the cat goes, yeah, and then he squeezes it under the arm, so it's going, yeah, and like,
It is animal cruelty, but a bit fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you want. Just like my
See,
dad.
that's the sort of thing.
Our
It's like
dads are
I
psychos.
think your dad had the more psycho idea, but my dad followed through.
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
yeah. Your dad's a doer. My dad's just an evil genius who never does anything. But I remember going, you gotta have to catch a.
My dad beat a guy to death in a bar. Your dad has 14 names on a list.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
It's going to be the
I'm gonna
same
do it.
crime, the same time, but
Yeah.
he's got it all planned out.
But yeah, just catching. I remember being quite young. Like first, you got to catch a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to like get scissors and
Yeah.
hold its beak open.
And then still have it be friendly enough with you that it allows you
yeah,
to teach
wouldn't
it
it
English.
resent you? Be like,
Absolutely.
I'm never gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
And then what? You've got to go. Polly want a cracker for like months.
Before you remember that creatures need tongues to talk.
Yeah.
It's kind of the main deal.
Yeah, they often cut out a tongue to stop people talking.
Yeah. Or
They
just to
don't
kill 'em.
But they don't split it in half. I think that's the trick.
Ah, of course.
Like
now
a-
it's way more.
Like a lizard.
But
Anyway,
lizards can't talk.
That's true.
Where's your dad? Call him up. I'm going to go to Albury on my way back.
Yeah. I'll ask him at Christmas. I'll be like, all right, I'll
Yeah,
come
which
back and I'll let you
which
know.
direction are you cutting the tongue? It's very important, Dad.
And I feel like they're quite thin, so it'd be like... Anyway.
Are they? They're definitely pointy because of
If
the
it's gonna
shape of the
fit
beak.
in a beak, I
Mm.
reckon it's real. Have you ever eaten a duck tongue or anything? They're pretty thin.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Duck tongue.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know why that's so weird to me.
Yeah,
Because I think it's because duck is rare enough as it is for me to get.
Yeah.
That it's like, no, we're going specific. Where it's
Oh.
like, because like chicken feet, I eat heaps of chicken.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah, the feet are there. I get it. People are going to cook that up. But like duck tongue, I'm like, that seems like it's gone from like a delicacy or something.
I think it is I guess it's a delicacy somewhere. And if each tongue is one bird, you know? So
There's
like
still
if
a
you
lot of
eat
birds
6
hanging
of
up in
them-
those racks at the front of the like
yeah.
restaurants and stuff. And I swear they've been the same ones like since the place opens.
Yeah, I've never seen them take it down
I'm never
from
convinced otherwise that they're not all made plastic.
with a shiny light on it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's interesting. Yeah, I hope someone figures that out.
Well,
'Cause I
that's the
always
thing.
bring
All
it-
you'd need to do is reach over and touch one. But there's something about like I hate being a prick in restaurants
Yeah,
just because
same.
you see so many pricks in restaurants.
Yeah.
So it's just like the idea of doing that is just like,
Are you happy we're going to throw this duck out now? You know,
Yeah.
you'd be like, sorry.
There's a certain line. Like we used to nick little bits of stuff from the Chinese restaurant when we were kids.
Yeah.
But it's like we're not touching food, you know, like ruining service.
Would you grab a lobster and run out with it if you got the chance?
No, but the goal, because you always had to not get noticed, so the prize of prizes would be to get the waving cat from the front counter without anyone noticing.
Oh, that'd be.
But again, that was the one where like that is the prize, but nobody was going to do it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
We're thinking
yeah,
of robbing a Chinese restaurant. I'll go for the big crayfish. You got to distract them.
Okay. Do you reckon the crayfish is getting us the most cash? Not the register. We're going the crayfish.
The crayfish, and then release it into the ocean, where it'll probably die instantly.
So we're doing Peter type shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Free the lobster, just tipping him in the street.
yeah.
Run.
Down the sewer.
But yeah, I can't fathom the idea of the people that are just screaming at people in a restaurant. Like, that get really upset. Like, it's kind of a weird thing where, like, you'd expect that to be more okay if you paid more. Like, if you're spending a lot of money on food, you'd kind of want it to be the way you wanted it to be. But I'm also like, but none of those level of expensive foods are eaten by people I care about.
And also, food is the only thing where you eat it or you use it and then you pay. So there should be no reason for you to get angry because you haven't paid yet.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, I'm not going to pay for my meal if it's as bad as it is.
Mm-hmm. It's
you can be
definitely
like, I'm so sorry. I can't pay for this.
or at the like
I'm not going to be like, this is disgusting.
But the opposite side of that anyway is like, if it's that bad, why'd you eat it? Like the people that go, oh, I ate this whole thing and it was awful. It's like, you could have said that and we got you another one, or we could have said that's how we make it. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Like
true,
it's so bizarre. Like sitting through a whole movie you want to fucking walk out of, or
yeah, true.
eating. Like I understood it as a kid because I'm like, well, mum's paid for this meal. I mean, I got to eat every morsel on here, and
Yeah.
I don't know any better. So it's like
Yeah.
every vegetable I don't like, everything. If we've been taken out, you eat it.
How many drinks were you allowed when you went and got dinner? We're only allowed one soft drink.
We would be allowed one soft drink, but only because, like, if we were at the pubs in town, which we're very rarely at anyway,
Yeah.
you'd usually, like, somebody knows somebody, you'd get a couple of jugs cheaper or something, whatever. But, like, when we're having a night out where we'd go to Shepparton, when my sister was doing dancing, and we'd go to La Porchetta,
Lovely.
it was the one glass of soft drink. And I remember as a kid looking at that, and I'm like, there's so much ice in these cups.
That's how they get you.
It is, but it was like, this is ridiculous.
I had my 16th birthday at La Porchetta. What was your
Awesome.
favourite order?
It's pretty basic. So I'd go fettuccine carbonara, and then a garlic pizza or possibly the pepperoni, just because they were the real thin ones, just with the cheese mostly on top, and you'd use that for getting away all the extra sauce.
Yum. I would get.
I still crave that sometimes.
I would get a single serving of the what's that log cannelloni,
Okay.
vegetarian,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would get a small pizza of some kind.
Oh, so because it was me, mum, and my brother, we had to always, like, can't be spending that much money, so it's got to be stuff to share. So there had to be at least two people eating anything that we were getting.
Yeah.
So, like, you get the big fettuccine, and you're like, they'd get the big bowl, but bring you little bowls to, like, fucking dish
Ooh,
out to
that's
people.
nice. I haven't had that before.
Yeah, usually people don't need to.
Yeah, but I think that's like a family affair, you know?
Yeah.
Getting a big bowl of pasta and sharing it round.
Yeah, they give you the big, like, chuck a couple of salad spoons in there so you can fucking take
Yum.
them out. Or, like, are they actually meant for pasta? I didn't realize that for, like, the spoon with the, it's like tongs.
Looks like that, with the hole in the middle.
No, that one I knew coming out of the water.
Yeah.
But I never seen the, like, I don't know if it's a pasta thing or if it's just a salad thing, but where it's like it's a spoon on one end, and then
They're like
Closer.
scissors, but then there's a...
like one's a spoon and the other one is like hooked with a gap,
Yeah.
like a camel toe sort of shape.
Yep.
And I'm like, I've never seen this implement before.
I've
Like, I
always
get that a lot
equated
when
that to
someone's like,
salads, but
"Oh."
it could be a... Yeah, definitely would work for pasta.
I just found it odd the number of times where I go into somebody's kitchen, even to this day,
Yeah.
and I find things. I'm like, what is this? And half the time, or even more than that, it's usually just something incredibly specific.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, this is for doing this to this type of herbs.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. It's okay that I don't have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one that's just like, yeah, this clamps to pick up salad and pasta or fucking whatever. I'm like, what's wrong with forks?
You only get a tiny little amount when you're trying to scoop a fork.
Get a wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon slipping off.
Wooden spoon and one fork.
Then that, but you need the... Yeah, good point.
Yes. Get a lacquer
Nah.
band in there. Mate, this is what this whole show is about.
Trying to figure it out, yeah.
Finding the cheapest way to do the thing I wanted to do all along.
But I'm going to now take a fork and a wooden spoon, way different sizes, so that's going to be a bit complicated in itself.
Ooh.
So you need
All
to
right.
get maybe a... If you've got
Spatula.
spatula and a too slippery thighs. A spatula picking up pasta.
No. I'm thinking like, because I'm going real low end. What are you going to have low end? You're going to have a spatula and you're going to have some sort of scoop.
Yeah.
I reckon with that you can get like a sort of like closing bin lid style thing where you get the pasta sort of in the big scoop and you hold it in there with the spatula.
You resting it. on
Ladle. That's the word I'm looking for.
there. Yeah.
This is a good demonstration of my point.
Yeah, great.
We didn't have ladles. We had spoons.
Yeah.
Big spoons. I find it weird still going to people's houses if all your cutlery looks the same.
Oh,
Like from a set.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? I've always just had a mishmash of just like different people's like, usually like starts at share houses.
Yeah.
And then like, because it's like shuffling a deck of cards. You'll all turn up with a couple of people that all live together. And all the fucking spoons, all the knives and whatever, they just get jumbled mixed. You go to move out, and then you either split them or just one person just ends up with all of the spoons.
Yep.
I've been that before. Where everybody moves in, like, I don't want the fucking spoons, and just this is like garbage bag full of spoons and fucking cutlery.
Yeah, to have a full set that looks the same, you must have thrown out a bunch of cutlery to get that, because you can easily buy from Big W just a complete set.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about it.
But that's the divide between people, I think, who can bring that home and look in the cutlery drawer and go, these are unacceptable.
Bin. I have a woman at work.
Mm-hmm. Trapped in my desk. No.
there's a bunch of women who hated cleaning up, rightly so. I don't know who was making the mess. I'm paranoid that I make a mess. And I'm like, is it me?
Oh, you mean like workplace mess?
Work, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, they started putting mugs and crockery into the bin if they were left on the... You know when you wash a dish and you leave it on
dry?
The bit to dry?
Yeah.
They started putting them at the end of the day in the bin and put signs up going, if you leave it here by the end of the day, we're throwing out. And then
that's the clean section.
100%. And
that's
you
insanity.
can take a cup from there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was raised in a work meeting, and I was like, this is...
escalating.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the outcome? Or is the meeting yet to come?
They kind of was like, it's kind of fair, we don't want to keep cleaning up. And everyone was like, what is going on here? And then I wanted to send an email like, has anyone seen my grandma's mug that she gave me before she died? And they would
I was
feel
reaching
so
it
bad.
out to put her ashes back in.
Yeah.
They were on the other side of the sink.
Yeah.
No, that's complete insanity. Like,
I think so, yeah.
if they were sitting there dirty, because that's what I thought you were saying. If you were like, oh, people are just leaving dirty mugs and stuff in the sink, it's still annoying, but like if they were throwing those out.
But we have
like,
a dishwasher as well.
Even then, like, I'd still say the same thing. It's like, if it's dirty and sitting there and there's like, you've used a bowl and it's all manky and stuff because you've just got like, you've reheated spag bowl in it and mixed the extra cheese through and it's just caked on the inside of it. If you just decide to leave that there, yeah, I'll throw that out.
Yeah.
But if you've washed it, doesn't matter what the... like, if it's there washed or in the dishwasher, don't fucking throw it out. Are you insane?
Washed and dry. She was just throwing clean crockery in the bin.
Is she also throwing out, like, anything that's been left in the dishwasher?
No, which I should... But I don't know who it is specifically, but I would love to ask. But they live in they work in a different section, be just like...
What is the mess they're complaining about, though? There must be more mess than mugs not being put away when they're drying.
I don't think so.
And this is more than one person.
I'll send you photos of my office. It's like kind of clean. But is it only clean because they're doing all the cleaning and they've just had it up to here? Or are they... Or am I working?
Or are they just portraying that? Because, like, how much mess would the place actually be generating?
I don't know.
But they've just gone, well, even though there is fuck all cleaning, I have done 100% of it.
Yeah.
And that means no one's helped me. I hate office bullshit.
I stole some milk accidentally. Have I said the story?
No. Just put it in your pocket and walked out?
Some of them, if it's bought for the company, it's like written the company's on the milk. And I just assumed it was company milk. It was 2 litre bottles. I just like opened it up and poured that much in my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know. Would have went into I don't read the signs on the kitchen walls at my office.
Yeah, no.
Who would do that?
Especially in an office, because you're like, most
I'm on
of
my
those.
phone, like, you know?
Even if you do look around, most of them are fucking like, don't forget to wear your safety hat, just like Timmy's safety hat.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you just like, it's like ads on the internet. You just glaze over. You learn how to skim read. You're like, yeah, I can see the cupboards, and your eyes focus on that. You don't see anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, what was the sign on that one? Please don't touch my inch of milk.
The sign was, whoever stole my milk. something.
Whoever stole my milk and left the rest.
Yeah,
Not even used my milk. Like
yeah. And then it was
whoever cracked the milk open, I would have preferred not it to be.
something like, if this sign upsets you, then you stealing my milk upset me. Come and talk to me if you've got the balls or something, but come and talk to me if you're brave enough or something. And I didn't even notice. Someone at work just took a photo and was like, "Whoa, this is a bit weird." And I was like, "Fuck, I think that was me."
Now you're gonna have to fight her in the parking lot.
Yeah. But then I was like really excited. I'm like,
Was it
wonder
the same? Was it the same handwriting as the I'll throw stuff
well, they're all
out note?
printed, so it keeps it, so they
Oh.
can't figure that out.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's,
Sneaky.
you're gonna need a bit more forensics to get away with that one.
But she wrote her name at the bottom, so
Ah.
I was able to ask around. I'm like, "Who's this person?"
Mm-hmm.
There she is. And I was
You
like,
don't need to describe what she looked like, but did she look exactly like you'd expect?
just a bit of a Karen type.
Yeah,
You know?
just someone who you're like, oh, I don't know who I'm looking for. This
Yeah.
person's been complaining about it. You scan the room, they say that person. You just look at them and go, of course it's that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never got an unexpected complaint. Like
Yeah.
I've
like
never
a-
had it be a person where I'm like, them?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know damn well who said it.
Yeah. But I went up to her and I just said, "Hi, sorry, I stole your milk."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "That was very, that was very." And she goes, "To be honest, I had a few things happening that day, so it's not. But it really upset me." I was like, "Do you want me to buy you more milk?" She's like, "You don't have to. You don't have to." I was like, "Okay, sorry."
You know that don't have to is she wanted you to overrule her on that,
Yeah.
right? No, you don't have to. Anyone's like, you don't have
Here's
to.
your 4 liters of milk. You know what I mean? She'd have 4 liters if I bought her milk. Now drink it.
You should have gone whole hog on that. It's like, I
Yeah.
felt so bad. Here's 8 liters of milk. Just
I should buy, yeah.
just do those
Big
big
gallon.
4-liter ones.
Yeah.
Just like there you go. And just like keep putting them on her desk with a ribbon.
Yeah.
Just like every Thursday.
Every day, just pop a thing of milk on for her. Here's your milk that you
Sorry
love.
about the milk.
Yeah. Anyway, I love it. I love a bit of drama, you know?
Well, it's like I haven't had that kind of office set up for a while. 'Cause it's like, yeah, I work from home, but even before that, I work in an IT company. Doesn't really work the same.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of discreet little did you hear gossipy or anything like
Yeah.
that. If anything, it's a bit more autistically direct.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of
Yeah.
cases,
There's not... maybe if they're like, he put HTML on whatever, do they do that?
no, it's more just like
He
fucked
did
up, it's taking too long.
001, not 010.
It's more just like, why are you taking so long on this still?
Okay, yeah.
It's like, because I'm doing this, and they're like, well, that's wrong. Do this.
Yeah.
It's just very we're just getting the job done. We're all very object orientated. We just
Yeah.
get to the end, get it done, have no emotions, don't know how to talk to people. It's
Great, that's what you want. That's
The best
the
of seeing
perfect
that-
worker, you
the
know?
best of seeing that was when you're in an IT company or the IT department of a company. Because now it's purely IT. We're I only work with other IT people.
Yeah.
But when you're just the IT team stuck onto the side of another business, you really see the contrast of regular business people and then the IT team. It's so much more letting us get away with being just shit.
I
Not shit at
imagine-
our jobs, but it's you look at people who walk in a corporate environment in their corporate dress, and then you see the IT guy walk in. It's technically he's ticking all the boxes, but he looks as bad as you could possibly look.
Yeah.
It's like high school shit where it's I'm wearing black runners because you're meant to have leather shoes and you're meant to be wearing
Me,
pants.
baby.
There it
Yeah.
is. Wearing the pantsuits, but it's just they're basically fucking tracksuit pants.
Yeah.
That took me way too. Literally, my mind for tracksuit pants was
Yeah.
the 3 lines down the leg.
Yeah.
Man, if only this was Pictionary. No, charades.
Charades. I love charades.
I always think I'm better at charades than I am
Yep.
because I'm I've got the perfect charade for this, and then I'll start doing it, and someone's just like, nah. And it's like, I was already planning how to celebrate
Think of
on
a
that awesome charade I had.
think of a movie, and then we'll both do charades.
All right, playing the chess is one thing, but I don't think we can go full charades for the audio
That's true. Yeah,
podcast.
right. We'll do that at the park.
Yeah, we'll just do that down the park.
Yeah.
That's going to be full video episode only. I'll get a drone in.
I got to read your mind again, though.
Oh, yeah.
Think of a color.
Okay.
You got it in your head? Green.
Purple.
Oh, I was going to say purple.
It was a colour.
Yeah, damn it. Anyway.
All right, man. We're going to wrap this up. But before we go, we did mention as well, we are still on the hunt for... Oh. I'll start again. That was me timer going off.
Oh.
But we are still on the hunt for any episode you can get of Who Dares Wins Australia. So we still got the bounty out on that. So it's still $50 an episode. Although I do have a lead now.
Do you?
Apparently, I'm not sure if I mentioned this on the last one, but I'm still chasing a mate who said that they had like a session at one point with a friend of his where they just got baked all night and watched Who Dares Wins. And I'm like, there's only like 4 episodes easily available. So if you're watching it all night,
That's 12 hours.
they must have had more than those standard episodes.
Great.
So I can, but it's like friend of a friend of a friend. So me trying to get onto them has to go through like 3 chains of people. So I'm like, I'm pushing on that.
That's right.
So that also adds a bit of urgency though. So if you do, or you can get onto those episodes and you're going to try some way to get on to get some cash, you're going to have to do it quick. Because if these guys end up with it, they're going to take the whole prize.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
if you've got any episodes, send them through. Literally you've got to get in. If you get in before I mention on the podcast that these guys, like, because if they've got all of it, then I'll have to declare it on here and, like, bounties paid. But if I haven't said that on the podcast yet, when that's released, then you can still submit it and get me the episodes in time. So you can wedge in, if I haven't said on the podcast, we've got them all.
All right.
Anytime before that, you can still get
How
into
many
that
episodes
bounty.
do you have, and how many are there?
There's about 100 episodes,
Yep.
and there's like 4 that are readily available.
Yeah, wow.
So it's roughly $5,000
Fuck yeah.
if you can get the whole thing.
Yeah, great.
Do you have any sources, any leads?
I'm just thinking like all my tape, but I would have thrown them out, and I don't remember actually taping
Tape?
that. Yeah.
As in, like, taped off the telly.
Taped off the telly.
Right. I wasn't sure if you were getting the box set of Who Dares Wins.
There's no box set, is there?
Surely not.
That should have been the first thing you Googled.
It literally wasn't. And, like, I found the Who Dares Wins board game because my
Yeah.
mate sent it to me. And it's like, if all we had to do was Google fucking Who Dares Wins DVD box set,
Yeah.
it'll be hilarious. Some guy at fucking JB Hi-Fi will be getting $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
This time I've got the prize for you, brother.
Yeah.
What's it like being 17 and having $5,000?
Yeah. Well, yeah, best of luck.
Thanks very much.
I would love to watch them again.
If I can get the full thing, I'm gonna rent out that cinema
Yeah.
that like the guys pulled for his fucking Simpson podcast, and I'm just doing a full day of Who Dares Wins.
That'd be great.
Just like get some like foolers in, get some like. Well, I was gonna say bring an esky in, but I don't think the bar would be too happy about that.
We can do some of our own dares.
I have started doing those. I'm gonna get another one of those out soon as well.
Cool.
I'm tempted also because I cut it to exactly the length of a Who Dares Wins segment,
Yep.
the one that I put out, but there was heaps more to that, like the full thing of it. So I think I'm going to put out like a longer version that's got
Fuck yeah.
like more of the content and more of my killer commentary on the day.
Great.
You got anything to plug?
Not really. I'm just doing when's this coming out. I'm doing the
This will be like this week.
okay, on Sundays at 10 a.m. if you're awake and sober, or you don't have to be sober for it.
If
I
anything,
am doing
wake and bake and listen to some Keychain.
Oh yeah, key changes on Triple R.
See, now that you've done the full description and all that, I actually really wouldn't mind getting up, make some pancakes,
Man, it's real fun.
just lighting a joint, and then like music theory.
Music, and I do it with Mum, so it's super wholesome and cute. I'm so happy I'm doing it, and but I have given up my Saturdays, which is annoying.
So there is a weird thing with certain people I know where when they talk about their mum or their dad, I picture them in costume.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you're very much one of the people where I go, when you
100%.
say my mum, I picture you slightly like smaller but same proportions, little wig,
Glasses. We looked
but the
at
glasses are round. You know,
yeah, they're pretty
I
round.
picture like a cartoon family. You know, like how
Yeah, yeah,
Millhouse
yeah.
looks like his parents,
Yeah, yeah. Very
and
similar.
they look like each other.
Yeah.
Like, just that weird one aesthetic per family.
She's this old sweet woman, 69, which is a funny age.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to say nice specifically there.
Yeah. Yeah, you
But,
did.
it's instinctual.
Or it's just instinctual, yeah.
It's deep inside.
But yeah, if you want
And
to
the other person is also but upside down.
But you'll be able to get online
Hmm?
if you want the episodes.
Does it come out like podcasts wise where it's
on
later
the
on?
website or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Check it out. It's a good fun little thing.
Good fun.
Yeah. And thanks very much for coming, man. We'll play more chess once we're
Great work on the chess. That was pretty annoying. But I'll live.
and I'll wait and see if I get complaints about either the rules we got wrong or the quality of the game.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks very much, Ken. And we will see you next time. Boys.